I'm always chasing rainbows, watching clouds drifting by. My schemes are just like all my dreams, ending in the sky. Some fellas look and find the sunshine. I always look and find the rain. Some fellas make a winning sometime. I never even make a gain. Believe me, I'm always chasing rainbows, waiting to find the little bluebird in vain. Hey, good evening. This is Ethan Hirschenfeld. This is the No Show for Thursday, May 23rd, 2024. I'm going to do that again. Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm going to do that again and attend to some of those passing chords. I'm always chasing rainbows. I'm always chasing rainbows, watching clouds drifting by. My schemes are just like all my dreams, ending in the sky. Some fellas look and find the sunshine. I always look and find the rain. Some fellas make a winning sometime. I never even make a gain. Believe me, I'm always chasing rainbows, waiting to find the little bluebird in vain. I'm always chasing rainbows. Harry Carroll wrote that music. Harry Carroll is the composer. 1917. Harry Carroll. Hey, good evening, Mother. Good evening, Blue Lady. Good evening, Don, Mobius, Kathy, Dawn, and Karen. Hello, nice to see you. I'm always chasing rainbows. 1917. Karen says she's always forever blowing bubbles. I'm always blowing bubbles, watching bubbles drifting by. My bubbles always pop too soon before they reach the sky. Blowing bubbles. Hey, Dad, how you doing? Yes, it is a wonderful song. 1917, so that's, do the math. Carry the 107 years old. Hey, Neuro Geezer, nice to see you. Someone last night requested the next song. So that last song, Mom, you can enjoy these. All these have various birds in them. These songs. I'm going to try to do a little upbeat, which isn't my normal setting on this. Bear with me. Pack up all my cares and woes, here I go, singing low. Bye, bye, blackbird. Where somebody waits for me, sugar sweet, so is she. Bye bye, blackbird. No one here can love and understand me. Oh, what hard luck stories they all mean. Make my bed and light the light. I'll arrive late tonight, blackbird. Bye bye. Bye bye, blackbird. Bye bye, blackbird. So that first song was 190. What did I say? 1917. That first song. This is 1926. Yes, Kathy, we agree. Whistles are so great as placeholders for lyrics. Yeah, very handy. If you forget a lyric, just whistle. It's especially handy if you're singing a song about birds. You know, if you were singing a song about hippopotamuses, then, the whistle, you could still whistle, but that reminds me of a joke by my friend Kellen. Kellen Breen. You should look up Kellen Breen. He's very funny guy. And he and his partner, they do these very funny videos. But back in his stand-up comedy days, Kellen was one of the opening acts when I recorded my comedy special back in 2019. And he has an amazing joke that involves hippos. It's the only stand-up comedy joke I know that involves hippos. Please send me a message and I will send you a link to that joke. My friend Kellen. A kazoo. Thank you, Neurogeezer. A kazoo might also work. The problem is a kazoo is another thing to not forget to bring onto stage. So, hippopotami. Yeah, Mobius. As I was saying hippopotamuses, I realized hippopotami would be, hey, buonasera, Beatrice. Beatrice, every time I see your name, Beatrice, I think of my agent in Italy who represented me for 11 years. We had a very good run. And she then had a terrible health crisis. So I think of her with fondness. And her name was Beatrice. So, a little shout out to Beatrice Ferraro, who was a wonderful artistic agent. Blackbird, bye bye. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. That's another Blackbird tune. I'm sure there are other Blackbird tunes. There's so many birdie tunes. So I have a few important topics I wanted to discuss. What do I want to get into first? Oh, so I made this stew today. I opened up a can of San Marzano tomatoes. You know, those peeled whole San Marzano. Dad asks, did she recover? I remember you met her. In fact, you were there when I auditioned for her, and we met her in her office in Milan in 2004 or 5 or so. 4, I think. I don't think she recovered. I think she had a serious health crisis that, yeah. So, and I think you met her dad also, who had since passed away, but he was a great tenor back in the 50s and 60s in Italy, Pier Mirando Ferraro. Pier Mirando Ferraro. You can look him up and listen to his beautiful singing. Yes, so back to the stew. So I made this stew, and then okay, it had the tomatoes, it had a head of cauliflower, or about half a head of cauliflower. Um, just half a head, just from the eyebrows up on that cauliflower. And what else did I put? Oh, I cut up a potato. I basically cooked what we had. And then made some rice, put it over rice. Anyway, I just had there were some leftovers. And I had a little right before the show. Just as I was singing and I was preparing what I was going to sing tonight, I was having a few spoonfuls of this warm stew. And I got to tell you, then I just started singing this song, and it felt so great vocally. And I thought, you know what? Maybe I missed my own trick back in my singing career days. Maybe I should have always had a warm bowl of stew backstage, and I should have just shoveled in a few mouthfuls before my entrance, and then I would have sung like a god. It's well, I could have even gotten to the point of like divahood, where not only would I have that warm bowl of stew that a stage manager would always have to have ready for me on stage left and stage right, or even if I was rising up through the stage on an elevator, or even if I was swinging down on a trapeze of some sort onto stage, someone would have to always be there. My stew guy. I would have a stew guy. Maybe his name would be Stew. And I would be known as, oh, we hired that guy. Yeah, no, he's terrific, but the stew, it's so annoying with the stew with this guy. And then it would have gotten so far that I would have even required that the stage director would set a lot of my scenes in like a restaurant or at a taco truck. All of the productions would have to be modeled around the idea that my character, when he came on, would have to have warm stew. So there would be like bowls and urns and chalices and mugs placed strategically around the stage so that I could always have my stew, especially before my high notes. Yeah, that's good, Neurogeezer. I like it. My steward. He would be my steward, and his name would be Stuart. And yes, Dad, we would buy the stew. I wouldn't be that difficult. If we were singing in America, I would have them buy the stew at Stew Leonard. Anyway, here I'm going to have a sip of stew, and then I'm going to sing this. Stew latte. Stew late, baby. It's too late. Oh, it's too late. It's too late, baby, Karen. I thought you were saying a stew latte, which is a new hearty item available at a Starbucks near you. Beef stew latte. Oh, the chalice with the palace. That's Danny Kaye. Yeah, the chalice with the palace. By the way, 1907, that other song, 1917. So my paternal, sorry, my maternal grandfather, Joe Resnick. Joe Resnick went to high school in Brooklyn with Danny Kaye. Danny Kaye, he told me, was a few years older, but yeah. Yes, there would be balances due on all of that stew. Bonsoir, Leslie. Oh, this is my stew song. This is my stew song. Don't forget to movement.vote, everybody. Movement.vote. I left my heart in San Francisco, high on a hill. It calls to me to be where little cable cars climb halfway to the stars. The morning fog may fill the air. I don't care, my love waits there. In San Francisco, above the blue and windy sea, when I come home to you, San Francisco, your golden sun will shine for me. I left my heart in San Francisco. So, that song, the music is by George Corey, 1954. George Corey, 1954. What's up, Dave in LA? How you doing? Please, Karen, singing along at home is still legal in this country. It could only be legal for 5 more months, depending on who wins the election, because these guys really want to take away your autonomy. They want to decide what you can do with your body, and that might include your vocal cords. So please donate $1 to movement.vote. www.movement.vote. The Movement Voter Project. Dun, da, 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 dun, da, 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 dun, da, da, dee, 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 dee. If you want to sing along at home, vote for a Democrat, because these Republicans, they want to curtail your right to have an abortion. They want to curtail your right to use contraception. They want to curtail your right to vote. And they probably want to curtail your right to sing. They don't want you to be able to kneel during national anthems. There's all sorts of things they don't want to let you do. My heart. Oh, so someone just said, very nice. I was born in 1954. That's fantastic. I left my heart in San Francisco. That can be your go-to song. In fact, Blue Lady, who was born in 54, if you would be so kind as to send me, if you want, you could send me your birthday. And then I'll do that song for you on your birthday, if you tune in, whatever night that show is. Nanette Prata. What a nice name. Bonsoir. Buonasera, Nanette Prata. Thank you for the nice words. Thanks, Mom. Dun da 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 yan da 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 yan da 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 yan da da da. I have that Valkyrie thing in my head because our puppy, our beautiful puppy. Oh my God! It's Oh, just so you know, Daisy's watching me with me. Oh, that's awesome. Hey, it's Malone's. What's up, Los Angeles? So Dave is watching in LA, and John and Daisy are also watching in LA. So I'm glad I sang a California song because we have a nice contingent from the West Coast tonight. It's 6 p.m. Well, it's 6:20 p.m. on the West Coast. And thank you for joining. Yeah, we did a little bit of a couple of bird songs, and then we did a California number. My heart waits there. Oh, my love waits there. Thank you, Leslie, for always singing along. Yes, Brunhilde. Brunhilde, who's the head of the Valkyries, she's like the captain of that team. So our puppy is named Hildy, short for Brunhilde. She's doing incredible. I should sing her happy birthday. I'm going to do that. I got to remember how to play that, what the chords are. Happy this dreadful song. Happy birthday. Chords. I know it's pretty simple, and I shouldn't have to check this, but there we go. Yeah. In fact, it looks like it's just 3 chords. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Hildy. Happy half birthday, Hildy. Happy half birthday to you. Hildy. Hildy, you want to come here and say hello? Come here. Hildy. Hildy, come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come here. Come on. Oh, good girl. Oh, there she is. Happy half birthday to you. Happy half birthday to you. Happy half birthday, dear Hildy. Happy half birthday to you. Good doggy. Oh, such a good doggy. Such a good doggy. Thank you for tuning. Thank you for making a cameo. Gornamuts. Come. Oh, Gornamuts is bringing a toy now. Yeah, happy half birthday, Hildy. She's well, she's about 65 pounds, and we're expecting. Do you want to come up and say hi one more time? One more time. Oh, all the way up. All the way up. Oh, yes. Oh, she's a good girl. I think we can say she's adjusted. She's adjusted. Good girl. Okay. Yes, she has grown a little bit. She doesn't like to swim. She's a Dane, Great Danes. The Great Dane, by the way, interesting fact. Oh, I didn't get to the stuff I wanted to discuss. Oh, she's a lovely dog. So Great Danes, they're not Danish. Great Dane is known as the Deutsche Doge, a Deutsche Doge dog. Doge is like a German sort of version of the English word dog. Of course, the German word for dog is Hunde, like hound. But this is what I learned from Kirsten. The Deutsche Doge was an English breed. Can you guess what the combination was? What did the people from the, let's say, the British Isles mix? What 2 dogs did the people from the British Isles mix to come up with this beautiful creature known as the Great Dane? The Deutsche Doge. Happy birthday to you. A horse with a, yeah, good guess, but no. So cover your ears now if you don't want a spoiler. It was a Mastiff with an Irish Wolfhound. Mastiff plus Irish Wolfhound. Oh, and it was a German. I guess it was a German. The Germans crossed those 2. But then, because of the war, or because of some hostilities, because of some international animosities in England, they didn't want to call it the Deutsche Doge. They didn't want to call it the German dog. So they came up with this out of the blue. They called it a Great Dane. Just like Haagen-Dazs ice cream. That's not Scandinavian either. They just put in like 1983, the marketing geniuses had the idea to put that fake umlaut over a couple of the vowels. I don't even think there are umlauts in those Scandinavian languages. But anyway, 16 tones. What's up? You stepped into a whole thing. Speaking of stepping into it, today I was walking the dog in Provincetown, and I'll leave it at that. And I was barefoot because I had just been walking them down in the bay. So then it was very easy to just walk back down in the bay and deal with what had happened. Here's what I wanted to talk about on the subject of dog food. So there's this company called the Farmer's Dog. We've never used the Farmer's Dog. We've never bought that product. It's like premium dog food. Premium. Human grade. So Pack up all my cares and woes, here I go, singing low. Bye bye, blackbird. That is an earworm. That bird is chasing a worm. Um, so that dog food, farmer's dog, they're running an ad these days on YouTube that there's a woman who says, my dog Chippy is 21 years old, and man, when I tell people that my dog Chippy or Chili, when I tell people my dog Chili is 21 years old, they take aback. So the phrase obviously is they are taken aback. But this testimonial, she's got her own version. She says, they take aback. Yeah, Chili is 21 years old, and I owe it all to the farmer's dog. Now, here's me being a real Budinsky. I think I mentioned I have a tendency to tell people what to do, which I try to temper. But I called Farmer's Dog. They used to, their office when they first started about 12 years ago, they were right there in Williamsburg in Brooklyn. So maybe even less. It was like 10 years ago. So I called them and I said, listen, I know you have a great product and your brand is all about honesty. The ingredients are honest, they're real ingredients, and you list the actual ingredients. So integrity has to be your lodestar. I didn't say lodestar. I don't think I've ever used that word. But integrity is what your brand is about. So you can't have an ad in which a woman says, my dog is 21 and I owe it all to the farmer's dog, which is a company that's only 10 years old. You can't owe it all to a company that is only half the age of your dog. Jeez. I said, listen, your ad should just be, this is really great quality stuff. Try it. You'll be glad you did. And my dog Chili or Chippy, my dog Chippy is doing great. And I think it has something to do. That would be the phrase. I think it might have something to do with this wonderful dog food, not I owe it all to. Come on. Nobody buys that nonsense. So she actually, I was friendly about it. I said, yeah, I'm a fan of your product, and here's my number. Please share my opinion. I do it with great politeness. Okay, that was one of the things I wanted to talk about. The other thing I want to talk about was carpeting, wall-to-wall carpeting, but I'm going to save that for tomorrow. I have a very important thing to say about memory loss and wall-to-wall carpeting. Please tune in tomorrow night. This is the No Show. Hello, I am Ethan Hirschenfeld. This is the No Show. It happens every single night, 7 nights a week, 365 nights a year, 3,650 nights per decade, 36,000 and something episodes per century. Please tune in every night or any night and share it. And if you can't watch it live, you can watch it any other time. And share it with someone you love. Share it with someone who needs to be re-educated, because that's what I'm doing here. I'm just re-educating. No, I'm not. Share it if you feel like it. All right, this is the last number I wanted to. Oh, by the way, Neurogeezer, I wanted to thank you because you suggested. I want to thank everybody who's suggesting songs. I'm going back through the comments and strumming through them and trying to see which ones work for me. But Neurogeezer, I believe you suggested On the Sidewalks of New York, which is one of those late 19th century songs. And it's a real New York song. And, well, it's certainly public domain. It's from like 1894, I believe. And it's a waltz, as you mentioned. A bunch of those older tunes were in three. Dad, no, memory loss not caused by wall-to-wall carpeting. Although maybe in a sense, that's not really what I'm going to talk about tomorrow night, about wall-to-wall carpeting. But there could be an argument to be made. So yeah, East Side, West Side. Also 16 Tons. That's a great song, which I'm going to have to work up. Here's the song that I'm still working on, but I'm going to just play the opening because it's such a beautiful song. It was such a great idea. there's some funny chords here that are pretty new for me. I have often walked down this street before, but the pavement always stayed beneath my feet before. All at once am I several stories high, knowing I'm on the street where you live. Are there lilac trees in the heart of town? Can you hear a lark in any other part of town? Does enchantment pour out of every door? No, it's just on the street where you live. All right, I'm going to keep working on that. Fill in some of those passing chords and then get that in shape. It's going to take a few days, but that's one of the great tunes. Stay Home, Little Girl, Stay Home. Rubs Troll is suggesting a song from 1923. I'm writing that down. Stay home, little girl. It sounds a little bit menacing. Stay home, little girl. 1917. Yeah. I have often walked. Let me just do the ending of that song anyway. People stop and stare. They don't bother me. For there's nowhere else on earth that I would rather be. Let the time go by. I won't care if I can be here on the street where you live. Oh, snap. That's a great idea. Oh, Mr. Bojangles, of course, that's a good one. Bésame mucho. Geez, that's a good one, John. Bésame, bésame mucho. Kiss me like it was the last time. I don't know why that guy had an Italian accent, but where I would rather be. Rather. Yeah, I guess he could be rather. Right, because he's very upper crusty. All right, thank you. Look at this. Look, where did the time go? As I said, the time didn't go anywhere. We went, or we didn't go. No one went anywhere. We're still here. By the way, I also meant to say maybe we could crowdsource this. By the way, are your wrists losing their hair? I have a fantastic hair for the wrist regrowth product. It's a special wrist hair, a wrist hair balm. So send me a note if you would like some of that. Oh, this is what I wanted to say. That San Francisco song, about a month ago when I did it on the show, I mentioned that I wanted to work out lyrics. If anyone wants to help me and crowdsource this, I wanted to write some joke lyrics where this guy singing the song, he left a different body part in a different city. Maybe it's all California cities, like I left my heart in San Francisco. I left my spleen in East LA, or something like that. Or maybe he left it in beautiful cities all over the world. He could have left body parts, organs. Maybe it's just mostly internal organs. Spleen, liver, pancreas, heart, brain. I left my brain. Brain in New Orleans. Maybe that's it. I left my heart in San Francisco. I left my brain in New Orleans. Yeah. And the whole song is just a list of body parts in the city where they were left. Anyway, if anyone wants to send me a note about that, EH bass. My spleen in San Joaquin. That's really good. Okay, that's good. In New Orleans, yeah. Mobius, that's a really good idea. In my merch store. I have to get a merch store, and I will sell wrist hair balm. Also shin hair. Shin hair balm. Shin hair. You know, you got to keep your shin hair nice and voluminous with a high follicular density. I'll be loving you always with a love that's true always. When the things you've planned need a helping hand, I will understand always, always. Days may not be fair always. That's when I'll be there always. Not just for an hour, not just for a day, not just for a year, but always, always, always. I'm always here at 9. That is Irving Berlin, 1925, Always. Music and Words by Irving Berlin. 1925, I always close the show with that. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you, Mother, Father, Kathy, 16 Tons, Neurogeezer, Dawn, Mobius, Blue Lady, Karen, Neurogeezer, Kathy. Whom have I forgotten? CB Day, what's up, CB Day? Oh, and Malone, of course. John and Daisy, what a treat. What an honor and a pleasure. By the way, check out John Malone. Check out the Malone Zone if you're still here. Go to the malonezone.com, malonezone.com, and listen to the incredible commercial voiceovers that my friend and former classmate does. They're incredible and they're award-winning. I'm curious, CB Day says Freddie Ainsford Hill. I got to look up who that is. Okay, everybody, thank you so much. I'm here every night at 9. Please share this with somebody, and I will see you tomorrow night. Sleep well.